name is Riley Underkoffler. Graduating LTCC to me is a step in the right direction for the future that I want. It has helped me achieve this goal in a way that no other college would be able to. I would like to thank especially Sean Ryland and Sue Kloss and Carl Franz for being amazing professors and supporters in my journey. I would also like to thank my parents and my sister because she really pushed me to get involved in campus activities. Thank you so much, LTCC, and I am going to miss this community so much.
Just wanted to thank LTCC for giving me the resources I needed to graduate, like Equity, EOPS, Daphne, thank you so much. America, thank you so much for all the support and help. I wouldn't be able to do this without you, but a big special shout out to my parents, my sister, my Mahalkita. Without them, I wouldn't be able to be walking down with my diplomas, and a big shout out to my two beautiful boys, Liel and Asiel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me, everyone. And we did it. Yes.
Hola, mi nombre es Ketz Álvarez. Quiero agradecer a mis hijas por este trayecto que he tenido en mi vida de mis estudios, que ellas me apoyaron desde el principio hasta el final. Y también quiero agradecerle a mis maestros, que ellos también fueron muy comprensivos y también recibí mucha ayuda de ellos. También quiero agradecer a los alumnos que también me ayudaron mucho en seguir, en continuar. Cuando sentía yo que no podía, siempre tuve una palabra buena para que yo continuara. También quiero agradecerle al Lake Tahoe Community College, que tienen muchos apoyos para que nosotros continuemos, seguirnos educando, y quisiera invitar a la comunidad para que venga a recibir o a continuar sus estudios. Tienen muchos programas de ayuda. Yo empecé desde el principio, desde 0 créditos hasta ahorita que ya terminé mis estudios, mi Site Supervisor de Child Development Center y también de AA y de ECE. Por favor, vengan, pidan información, y les agradezco por todo lo que me han apoyado.
Hi everyone, congratulations class of 2026. My name is Beata Damian Jarvis and I am 57 years young. I have lived here in South Lake Tahoe for 31 years. And I am finishing my very first ever college degree. And I cannot wait to receive my very first ever college diploma. This has been the most incredible, biggest dream of mine ever since I got out of high school, which was about 40 years ago. And it's been an incredible, hard, fulfilling, rewarding journey. And I just want to say thank you to my online teachers. Thank you, Wynn Walker. Your statistics class just about killed me, but you got me through it. You believed in me. I believed in me. And it was the most amazing, the hardest experience I've ever had in my entire life. So thank you so much. I would not have been standing here today without you. Thank you, my family in Hungary. Thank you for my Tahoe friends here, my Tahoe family here, my community. I appreciate you so much. My 2 doggies and this incredible, incredible place that I get to live in. I am grateful. I appreciate everything I get to have in this life. I appreciate this education I just got from Lake Tahoe Community College. Congratulations to all of you. And I'm heading on to my next big endeavor, which is to become an occupational therapy assistant. So more school, more studying. I am ready. Here we go.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my mother for being a great example and a great inspiration and motivation for me. I'd also like to thank Laura Salinas for offering me the resources from the equity program, but also a second family to the equity program. Thank you for everyone who wouldn't be here without you guys.
My journey to this degree started 4 campuses ago back in 1978. Thank you to Reconnect to Complete for helping me get here tonight. My husband is a graduate of LTCC, and I was fortunate enough to be an adjunct instructor here for a spell. It makes me very happy to graduate from my hometown campus. Well done to everybody who worked so hard to get here. Congratulations, class of 26.
Hi, I'm Yona, and I'd like to thank my friends and family for motivating me to stick with it and to graduate.
And I'm Sophia, and I'd also like to thank my friends, my family, and my boyfriend for inspiring me to always follow my dreams.
And together, we would like to thank
Austin for always being our alpha
and leading our pack. Go Yotes!
Graduates, we did it! Yeah! This is amazing. It's an honor to be up here with my fellow graduates, but I could not have done it without the support of my family, my friends, my co-workers. Huge shout out to you guys, but a huge shout out to my mom, Elaine, who's here with me today. She's a stage 4 lung cancer survivor. That's right, she's in remission. So way to go, Mom. Way to knock it out. Way to keep battling. And my boys, Jacob and Logan, I love you so much. Thank you for being a support in the household and letting me know that I can do it and keep pushing me. And I look forward to your future success and your graduations. And my fellow graduates, I hope you guys have an amazing path to success, whatever it is that you choose to do. And also, Daphne Brunn, thank you so much for being in the corner for a lot of us here and just saying, go, 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 achieve your goals. You can do it. Being positive. Everybody here at LTCC, it's a great experience, and I am looking forward to what the next chapter of my life will be, and I'm ready to write it for some success. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. God bless.
Hi, my name is Jenna Cooper Veach, and I wanted to give a special thank you to my now husband, Jimmy, for all his support and encouragement along the way with having me return back to school after many years to finish my associate's degree here at Lake Tahoe Community College. I wanted to also give a special thank you to Daphne with the Reconnect to Complete program for all her kindness, her encouragement, and giving me that little boost of confidence to return back to school after so many years. I want to thank all the professors for all their enlightenment, for all the discussions, the studies, and helping me advance in my academic field. And I want to thank my family for all their support along the way, especially as I've been working full-time too. It is not easy to do both, but I'm so happy to be here and to done it. And I also want to thank all my cats for sitting there with me and supporting me through all my long hours of studying and homework and discussion posts and all the projects. Thank you to everybody, and congrats to the graduating class of 2026.
Hi, my name is Ariana Guillen, a 2026 graduate at LTCC, and I would like to express my gratitude to a few people who have really made a difference in my life. First of all, I'd really like to give my thanks to my family for always supporting me whenever I needed it the most. I'd really like to thank Sasha with EOPS. Unfortunately, she's no longer at LTCC, but when I started, she was a huge help and guided me when I needed it the most and made sure I stuck to my ed plan even when things got hard. I'd also really like to give my thanks to my husband, who was always there for me, pushing me to do my best and helping to ground me when things get stressful. And lastly, I'd also really like to thank my online friends, because even though they're very far away, they support me through everything, whether it's my education, my job, or whatever the case may be. So thanks to all of them, I'm where I'm at today, and I'm happier than I've been in my whole life, and it really just means the world to me.
right, I think Dr. Scott Valentine is here, so I think we could start. All right, welcome everyone. Go ahead and please be seated. Good evening to a beautiful day at Lake Tahoe Community College. Good evening, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos. Welcome to our graduates, families and friends, faculty, staff, board members, and other honored guests. And a special shout out to all of you near and far joining us on the live stream today. It's great to have you as well. Welcome to our campus for our 2026 Commencement Ceremony, or as we always start by saying, welcome to Coyote Country. All right, you got those howls ready? We're going to try it one more time. One more time. Bienvenidos al territorio de los Coyotes. There we go. All right. My name is Jeff DeFranco, and I am Superintendent President of Lake Tahoe Community College. It is my honor to be your host and MC for tonight's ceremony, which is my 10th and final commencement ceremony as president. Today is all about celebration, congratulations, felicidades. We are here to recognize the achievement of you, our graduates. Yeah, and to thank all of you, the family, friends, faculty, staff, the collective community who helped make your graduation and today possible. I want to give a special shout out to our graduating student flag bearers for their participation in the ceremony. They did a great job on a windy day. Each one of them carried a flag that represented their community. Many of our international students were represented as well. All right, as is practice, to kick us off, we are excited to have one of our talented Lake Tahoe Community College Coyotes performing the Star Spangled Banner for you today. Please welcome Lola Cochran to the stage. A little bit about Lola. She was born and raised in South Lake Tahoe. She's been a member of the community her entire life. She is a Lake Tahoe College Promise student, and she is graduating with honors. Yeah. Lola is earning her degree in kinesiology and Spanish at LTCC and is headed to the University of Nevada, Reno. And we love it when you go from the Coyote Pack to the Wolf Pack. So, if you're able, please rise for the national anthem and join me in welcoming Lola to the microphone.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nailed it, would you say? All right, thank you, Lola. What a wonderful way to begin. And thank you, Lola, for sharing your talent with us through that beautiful rendition. All right, please be seated. Before I go further, I want to invite all of us to take a moment and look around where we're gathered, right? Look at the trees, the mountaintops, the sky, the clouds. this beautiful place that we're able to have as our campus. It's hard to be here without feeling a sense of gratitude. At Lake Tahoe Community College, we are proud to serve students in this extraordinary setting. But we also understand that this land is more than a beautiful backdrop. It is a place with deep history and deep responsibility. As a college, we are humbled to be stewards of this campus and this land. We have the responsibility to take care of it, to respect it, and to remember we are part of a much longer story. So before we continue with today's ceremony, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the land on which we have gathered today and share with you LTCC's land acknowledgement. As we come together as an educational community in Lake Tahoe, we acknowledge that we are gathered on the historical lands of its original inhabitants, the Washisho tribe, or Washoe tribe as commonly referred. A land acknowledgement is a recognition of indigenous communities in the stewardship and protection of their cultural resources and homelands. We recognize the Washoe tribe and their native lands. We honor these ancestral grounds upon which we are collectively gathered here today, and we show support for the strength and resilience that the Washoe continue to show. Thank you. I feel like I gotta mention the weather, right? Even in late June, Lake Tahoe, the weather likes to keep us humble, right? Was it gonna rain today, wind gust? But graduates, let it be a metaphor for you, because in life you're gonna experience all kinds of winds. Some will be at your back, helping you move forward. Some will be in your face, making every step harder. And some will come out of nowhere and force you to adjust as the wind picks up. When this happens, remember what brought you to this moment: resilience, persistence, and the ability to keep going even when conditions are not perfect. Today, Tahoe may be giving us one final lesson. We do not need perfect conditions to move forward. We're going to have a great ceremony today. All right. At LTCC, student success is truly a team sport. And I'm grateful to work alongside people who make that commitment every single day. I'd like to acknowledge the contributions of our faculty, staff, directors, administrators, board members, and the community of Lake Tahoe. I'm going to begin by introducing the members of our platform party. Please be patient as I introduce all 17 of them. The platform party consists of board members, senior leadership team, faculty, and student leaders. I'm going to go group by group. If you could hold your applause till I complete each group. Members of the platform party, please stand when your name is called and stay standing until everyone is introduced. All right, students first. We'll start with our student speakers and student leaders. Hudson Connors, your student trustee for the academic year 25-26. Sophia Meroquin, student senate president. And Valerie Gonzalez, student senate political affairs officer. Go Hudson! Oh, Hudson, this is gonna be fun. Next, our board of trustees. This is our locally elected board who is responsible and trusted for taking care of this college. Our president and chair of the board, Tony Sears, clerk of the board, Nancy Dalton, trustee Jeff Cowan, trustee Dr. Karen Borges, and 30-plus year trustee Carrie David. Please join me in welcoming our board. Next, our senior leadership team. This is the team that I work closely with day in and day out to deliver this campus to our students and our community. I'll start with Rusty Egan, Vice President of Administrative Services and incoming Interim Superintendent President. Dr. Michelle Batista, Vice President of Student Services. Dr. Rachel Bates, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Elizabeth Ballant, Director of Institutional Effectiveness. Brad Deeds, Dean of Workforce Development. Keely Carroll, Dean of Instruction. And Laura Mattoon, Senior Director of Government Relations and Grant Development. Thank you to my leadership team. Now, our commencement keynote speaker, you'll hear more about her later. Dr. Darcy Goodman Collins, Chief Executive Officer of the Leave to Save Lake Tahoe, Keep Tahoe Blue. Darcy, welcome. And last, down on the end there, but certainly not least, beloved and retiring faculty member, Dr. Sue Kloss. You could have a seat, thank you. All right, I'm also pleased over there to introduce our veteran faculty member, Carla Johnston. Carla has taught American Sign Language at LTCC for many years, and we are grateful to have here providing ASL interpretation for this evening's festivities. Join me in thanking Carla. Finally, we are joined by many faculty and staff today as well. In fact, many more than are in our printed program. I appreciate these members of the community, our campus community here, for consistently showing up to celebrate and support students. Thank you for being here. All right, now for some good news for all our family members, friends, commencement ceremony participants. Who wants some great photos of your graduates today? That was, really? Who wants some photos of your graduates today? Well, I got some good news for you. There's no need to sprint to the stage, climb into the aisle, or block your neighbor's view trying to get that perfect shot. We got you covered. Every graduate is going to receive free professional photos from today's ceremony of them getting their degree on the stage and after. And these photos will be available on our website at ltcc.edu/graduation in 24 hours. So you will have them in no time. And so we are taking care of you. We're also going to post a video of today's graduation on our YouTube page so you can relive the celebration, share it with family and friends. There's more details in your program, but I would simply give you this advice. Go ahead, take that phone, put it down for the next little bit, relax, enjoy the moments with your graduate. We'll take care of the photos. You just take care of taking in the memories. Sound good? All right, deal. To our graduates, we want to see your story. So we ask you to share your favorite moments on social media, tag us at Lake Tahoe Community College, use the hashtag LTCC Grad so we could share and amplify your accomplishments. Again, there's more details in the program, but we want to share your story to our world. All right, here today, let's talk about the graduates that we have. We have some many graduates that are deserving of special recognition. They are marked in your program, so you'll see the list of graduates. And they have, most of them, almost all of them, have some sort of icon next to their name, and there's a little key at the bottom. So I encourage you to check that out. And that tells you a little bit about this graduate in their journey at LTCC. So I want to start off first with our graduates with honors. So honors is the light blue cord, which means they have a GPA of 3.65 or 3.99. Could you stand so we could recognize your scholarly efforts? Well done. That is not easy. All right, go ahead and be seated. Next, I always find this group so remarkable. I certainly was not a 4.0 student during my undergraduate. This is highest honors. Gold cord means you're a 4.0 student. Could our highest honors student stand so we could recognize and celebrate you? Well done. Weighed about 1,000. All right, go ahead and take a seat. All right, next, if you are a student athlete and you represented LTCC on the soccer pitch or on the track or the cross-country trails, please stand so we can acknowledge your hard work both in the classroom and in your athletic endeavors. To all our student athletes. Thank you. All right, I know we have a couple veterans that are graduating today. If you're a veteran and you served our country, could you stand up so we could celebrate not only your academic achievement, but your service to the country? Now to some of our student leaders. If you are a campus leader who served your peers as a member of Student Senate, as a student ambassador, maybe you're an equity mentor, a Promise Program navigator, you were a leader on this campus as a student, could could you stand up so we could thank you for your service to this campus and to your students, fellow students? All right. Delos, just stay standing. Stay standing. I see. Next, we are very proud of our Rising Scholars program. 15 of our Rising Scholars graduates are joining us here today. If you are down with RSP, could you stand so we can celebrate your achievement? All right. This next group is a newer group on campus. It's a program I'm very proud of. It's our Reconnect to Complete program, which supports adults with some college and no degree to pick up where they left off, give them that personalized support to come back and finish their degree. We have more than 24 Reconnect to Complete students in attendance today. Could you stand so we can honor you for taking the hard road and coming back to LTCC to finish that degree? All right, thank you. Two more. All right, if you represent any of the groups mentioned in the program that I have not yet mentioned, including Lake Tahoe College Promise, EOPS, Equity, or International Student, can you stand so we can acknowledge your journey and your role in this campus community? That's most of them. All right, go ahead. Thank you. Go ahead and take a seat. All right, this final one. You may not have a stole for this one, but it is something that is very powerful. If you are the first in your family to earn a college degree, please stand so we can recognize the fact that you forged a new path forward for you and your family. All right, stay standing. Go ahead and look back at the audience. Families, are you proud of them? Are you proud of what they've done here? All right, go ahead and take a seat. Thank you. Okay, well, that's the introduction. Just getting going. I'd like to transition now to my formal remarks for the class of 2026. Sigan sus sueños, follow your dreams. As many of you know, this college started in a motel off Highway 50. The first graduating class had 11 students. And look at us now, talk about dreams turning into reality. The community of South Lake Tahoe and those who founded this college 50 plus years ago dreamt of creating a campus that would serve students and provide a path to achieving their dreams. And this campus is the result of the hard work that went into making that vision a reality. With the community support and the support of the state of California, LTCC now has state-of-the-art facilities and classrooms, including beautiful new on-campus student housing. We now have students who are living and learning on the LTCC campus. Some of you are the first to experience that. So if you lived and learned on this campus here and now graduating, wave your arms so we can see you. Congratulations, you're the first to do this. You are the first to do this. We are now proudly a federally designated Hispanic serving institution, and with the breaking of ground for the Tahoe Basin Public Safety Training Facility, we continue to emerge as an important regional and statewide leader in education and training of public safety professionals. But even with all that and more, the most impressive thing about LTCC after all these years is still you, our students, our graduates, the reason the college works to be excellent. Look at this graduating class. Once again, it's the largest graduating class in LTCC history. I want to give you some numbers here. We have approximately 422 degrees conferred this year, which is another all-time record for LTCC, and more than 218 certificate earners. You are part of that. Class of 26, way to step up. This class includes 5 international students, 3 of them joining us here tonight. The students from our Rising Scholars program, which I mentioned earlier today, that includes current and formerly incarcerated students, has a record high 91 graduates, earning 176 different degrees in forestry, social science, and sociology. we are also granting a total of 175 certificates this year, including 41 certificates of achievements in our forcing program. Congratulations to those of you that are here for our Rising Scholar students, but also let's give a big round of applause for those that are far so they could hear and feel us. We are graduating 95 students, the largest group to date, through our bi-state Lake Tahoe College Promise program, which is now serving the highest number of students ever at 346 active students. All this to say, all of you are the living proof of the power of following a dream. This college had a dream, and you now represent that reality. So today we want to thank you, celebrate you, and encourage you to bring forward that sense of community you built here at LTCC to whatever dream comes next for you. As I mentioned, this is my 10th and last commencement for me as LTCC president. And this moment is definitely bittersweet for me. I'm incredibly proud of all the way that LTCC has dreamt big and all that we've accomplished to serve students in our community. But knowing that I'm moving on has given me an opportunity to look back on my time as a student and the important people who helped me find and follow my own dreams, and those at the college who helped LTCC achieve our shared dreams. As a young student leader like many of you, I had a dream that someday I might be a college president. And years later, that dream did come true. I did not just realize that dream, I had the privilege of living it here at Lake Tahoe Community College for nearly a decade. But now, as I prepare for a new chapter, it's time for me to chase a new dream. So students, when I tell you to follow your dreams, I'm not simply saying a slogan. I say it as somebody who's lived long enough to know what the dreams matter and they are worth pursuing. I now will be following a new dream myself. So I understand the uncertainty that many of you may be feeling as you step into your next chapter. But I'm also acutely aware that we will achieve great things as we continue to dream. So to this class of 2026, you have left an indelible mark on this college. In my 14 years on this campus, it's been one of the most engaged student leadership groups I've ever seen. Our student senate has led locally, represented LTCC at the state level, and reminded us what it looks like when students don't just attend a college, but help shape it. So I want to invite all of you, our graduates. This class also played a major role in our 50th anniversary time capsule. Earlier this week, that time capsule was placed in the ground in the front of campus, filled with many memories from the class of 2026 and what it means to be on campus in this time. So I'm going to invite all of you, I'd love to see you here in 24 or so years, to come back to campus in 2050, our graduates, our staff, our faculty, our families and friends, when that time capsule will be open in 2050 as part of the 75th anniversary, and we could look back at the mark and what it meant to be part of class of 2026. All that to say is this is a very special class. And on a personal note, this class is very special to me. There are many students who stand out in my memories from time in higher education. Every year there are graduates who leave a memory and a mark. That year, this is true once again. I think about student leaders like Hudson Connors, who I've known from his first month on campus through his friendship with my nephew Jaden, then through his involvement as a student athlete, a resident advisor, a student leader, and someone who has truly become part of LTC's story. I think about our strong student leaders, including our Chico Band crew heading to my alma mater in Chico State, Sophia, Valerie, Angel, Misael, and others. It's been such a joy to see you lead here, and I'm so excited about your next step. I think about many of our Reconnect to Complete students who found their way back to LTCC and a degree, including Dava Hilton, somebody I've known for my entire time in South Lake Tahoe, coming back to college after so many years and earning your degree today. Congratulations, Dava. Tara Chapman-Frank, who worked on our mobility hub, has now returned for a degree. Tyler Macias, reconnecting to LTCC to finish what he started. All of you demonstrate that LTCC is here for everyone, wherever you are in your life's journey. And I called him out a little earlier, a familiar face on campus, Delos Moore, who has shared his resilience, persistence, and just been an active member of Student Senate, Rising Scholars Program. Delos, it's been a privilege to have you on campus. And finally, This class of 2026 is very personal to me because it also includes my nephew, Jaden Bruns, who came back and finished his degree, and my son, Brody DeFranco, who hustled many long nights and weekends to finish his degree while finishing high school. All that to say, class of 2026, you've not only left a mark on LTCC, you left a mark on me. You helped lead us through a milestone year, and we are proud to have you here as a class. So, who wants to know where our students are off to? Are you curious? I want to share with you that our graduates today are headed to the Wolfpack at the University of Nevada, Reno. Some are going to Sacramento State. We already mentioned our Chico State Wildcats, Cal Poly Humboldt. Some set to become Aggies at UC Davis. Many of them are continuing their journeys as student athletes. And even one of our graduates, Atticus Judd, is off to Stanford. How about that? So graduates, my final thoughts. You are now newly minted members of the LTCC alumni community. LTCC has prepared you to do well in life. We also encourage you to do good in the world. On behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and board, thank you for letting us be part of your journey. Congratulations, class of 2026. All right, so this thing in the side is going to take your picture. So class of 2026, stand up. Popcorn party, stand up and turn around. All right, and on 3, give it a wave. Let it know you're there. Let it be part of history. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was fun. And navigated the wind just fine. Good work, drone operator, wherever you are. All right, who wants to hear from some students? I'd like to introduce our first student speakers. They're going to do it as a pair. They both attended LTCC since 2023. Whew, there comes the wind. Sophia Mariquin and Valerie Gonzalez. They are both graduates of South Tahoe High School and have successfully transitioned from Vikings to Coyote student leaders. They have both represented the LTCC student body through their roles in Student Senate. Sophia as president, Valerie as the political affairs officer. Both of them have represented us not only on this campus, but at the state level. And they are both attending CSU Chico in fall. Go Wildcats. Please join me in welcoming your student speakers, Sophia and Valerie, to the podium.
Buenas tardes, family, friends, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Today, we celebrate a milestone that represents years of hard work, perseverance, and growth. Hoy, celebramos mucho más que un diploma. We celebrate every late night, cada sacrificio, and every dream that brought us to this moment. As we look around us, vemos personas con historias, experiencias, y caminos diferentes. Different stories, different cultures, and different paths. Dos idiomas, dos culturas, y dos mundos. For many of us, life has meant learning how to move between different spaces. En casa, aprendimos tradiciones, valores, y expectativas. Higher education was just another realm to conquer. Sometimes, it felt like we were translating more than just words. We were translating experiences, opportunities, and dreams. Y aún así, despite all our differences, there was one thing that united us. Un sueño, one dream. For many graduates, college was a new world. Un mundo lleno de sistemas, trabajo académico, y oportunidades que nuestras familias quizás nunca tuvieron la oportunidad de conocer. We learned new expectations, new responsibilities, and sometimes an entirely new language of higher education. At times, we found ourselves explaining college life to our families while we were still trying to understand it ourselves. Trying to explain, ¿qué es FAFSA? ¿Qué son office hours? Y muchas veces, ni nosotros mismos sabíamos exactamente cómo funcionaba todo. Pero lo descubrimos. Paso a paso, quarter by quarter, challenge by challenge, we learned to ask questions, seek support, and keep moving forward, incluso cuando no sabíamos qué venía después.
None of us reached this moment alone. Detrás de cada graduado hay una historia de apoyo, sacrificio y amor. Behind every graduate is a parent who worked long hours, un abuelo que oró por ellos, a sibling who encouraged them, un amigo que los escuchó, a mentor who believed in them, a professor who challenged them. Una comunidad que los ayudó a seguir en su camino, a community that helped keep them going. Today belongs to them as much as it belongs to us. Y hoy queremos darles las gracias. Gracias por creer en nosotros. Thank you for investing in us. Thank you for helping us dream bigger than we thought possible. Thank you for believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. Gracias por ser parte de este sueño. También queremos reconocer a quienes no pueden estar aquí hoy. Los seres queridos que extrañamos. The family members, friends, and mentors that we've lost along the way. Though they may not be sitting beside us, their love, guidance, and influence remain part of who we are. Los llevamos con nosotros en este momento. Su legado vive en cada paso que damos. We carry you in our hearts today. Los amamos, los extrañamos, and we know you are proud of us today. Este logro también es para ustedes.
The experiences that brought us here have taught us valuable lessons. Whether we grew up speaking one language, two languages, or many languages, aprendimos a adaptarnos. We learned resilience, we learned empathy, y aprendimos a ver el mundo desde más de una perspectiva. Aprendimos que nuestras diferencias no son obstáculos, son fortalezas. Our backgrounds, cultures, and experiences have given us the ability to connect, to lead, and to create change. Because the truth is, the dream that brought us here today was never limited by language, culture, or circumstance. No importa si hablas un idioma o dos. Wherever your story began, whether you are the first person in your family to attend college or the fifth, no importa dónde comenzó tu historia. What matters is that you kept going. Lo que importa es que seguiste adelante. What matters is that you are here. Because in the end, one dream brought us together as a class of 2026. Un sueño que hoy celebramos juntos.
A dream to learn, un sueño de aprender. A dream to grow, un sueño de crecer. A dream to create better opportunities for ourselves and for those who come after us, for those around us. Un sueño de hacer sentir orgullosas a nuestras familias. A dream to serve our communities. And a dream to leave the world a little better than we found it. Class of 2026, lo logramos. We did it. And as we leave here today and begin the next chapter of our lives, recuerden de dónde vienen. Remember the people who helped get you here. Recuerden los sacrificios, the lessons, and the dreams that carried you forward. And never stop believing in what is possible. Porque el sueño que nos trajo hasta aquí no termina hoy. The dream that brought us here does not end today. Today is not the finish line, es el comienzo. Congratulations, class of 2026. Felicidades al clase de 2026 y que este sea solamente el principio. Thank you.
Well done. Students, what do you think of your peers? Did they do a nice job? I think they rocked it. All right. Our next speaker is biology faculty member Dr. Sue Kloss. Sue is going to speak on behalf of Lake Tahoe Community College's faculty this year. Sue, as you may know, is retiring after 25 years of service to this campus. She lives behind a legacy of kindness and genuine care for her students, the staff, and her faculty colleagues. Sue has shaped lives through her lasting contributions to student learning. She has strengthened the LTCC community through her mentorship of aspiring educators and her commitment to others. A couple things about Sue. She is known to bring cookies to her students before finals. She secretly is an awesome drummer, and she often tells me that she has killer students. Sue will be deeply missed. Please join me in welcoming Sue to the podium.
Good evening, class of 2026. You are looking so fine. College folks and families, you are also looking really good tonight. And it's so good to be here with you. Today, you are graduating, beautiful students, and I am so very proud of you. And I'm also graduating right along with you as I'm calling my retirement. I'm graduating too. That was a wonderful speech from Val and Sophia. That was really great. And I want to add my own thanks and give my own standing ovation. And I invite you to clap along with me for our wonderful Board of Trustees. Thank you so much. For our truly excellent administrators. For our outstanding classified staff. Woo! For our faculty, the incredible group of people that I've been lucky enough to be a part of. You guys are awesome. You are amazing students, the reason we are all here tonight. And for all of our beautiful families who have put up with us as we pursue our passions, our educations, our careers at LTCC. For me, working at LTCC is not a job, it is a lifestyle. So thanks, partners and families, for all the waiting for us that you have endured as we pursued our goals here at LTCC. So what you don't have, you don't need it right now. Learning what you need to do to acquire new knowledge and skills is one of the best benefits of your education. You have everything you need if you have the ability to learn. You can literally learn almost anything you want to learn with the tools and technology available today. So today is a day for celebration. We can put everything else down. Today is for joy and for celebrating with our friends, with our whole college community, and our families. Put your whole self in today and every day. I come from a large Catholic family on both my mom's and dad's sides, and I have 5 siblings. We lost our mom and dad when I was about 23, just as I got my first full-time teaching job. My youngest siblings were 16 and 18, and because of having younger siblings that I didn't have enough resources to directly help, I decided what I would do is take the best care that I could of my students. And I hope that the employers and teachers of my siblings would take great care of them. So in my early jobs, all of you, my students, were like my little brothers and sisters. Thank you. And I wanted to help you as much as I could. And then as time went on and I got older, my students went from being my siblings to being more like my kids. And I wanted to help them just as much as ever. And then some of my students had kids, and I had their kids in my classes. So these days, when some of my own friends brag about their grandkids, I am so happy to brag about my grand students. And boy, do I brag. And all of you are amazing. You are amazing. And I am so proud of you. Teaching relationships are some of my favorite in life. Teachers learn from their students. It goes both ways. I want to tell you that I have learned from and been influenced by you. And I just want to highlight a few of the things I've learned from you this year alone. I learned to listen more carefully and to consider opposite points of view way more attentively. I learned information about particular forest practices and forest plants from some of you, and I'm a forest ecologist. I'm like, oh my God, these guys are killer. I learned how to dig deeply in the face of adversity. I learned to apply some animal biology to some veterinary practices from many of my pre-veterinary students. I learned medicinal uses of plants in this area from my botany students. Literally, I have learned information from every one of you from all your term projects. I always tell you this is my favorite day of each quarter. I get to learn from you. You are wonderful teachers. So now we're at the crux of my message. I want to tell you, students, that I have witnessed what you have done here at LTCC. The hard work and the hours that you have put in, your thoughtfulness and care. Some of you have worked 2 or even 3 jobs. 4 of you this year alone worked night shift, then came directly to class the next morning before going home to sleep. That is awesome. I so respect you. I have seen the sacrifices you have made, the things you have given up to acquire your education. In time alone, you gave up many weekends, many nights, hours in study and homework for my class alone. This is time you could have spent with family or friends or in your other pursuits. Geez, you even gave up some amazing powder days. I've seen you work, study, and collaborate with classmates. And Sarah Pierce helped me with this. You are like redwoods that grow in stands and interconnect and support each other as they become mighty. You have worked as partners in reporting on current research or in conducting original research. Your projects have been exceptional. These are skills that will help you as you continue in your educations. I have seen you struggle with material and go after it multiple times until you master it. 101 students, how about organic molecules, the monomers and polymers? I love organic molecules now because of you. Who would have ever guessed it? It's one of the skills each of you will need as you continue your education and your life. Go after your goal until you get it. Whether it's for your education, your job, your health, your family, be relentless. If you have a setback, figure out your next step forward and go after it again. This attitude will change your life. I can tell you this from experience. I've seen you torn between your need to study and your need to care for your workplaces, your kids, your relatives, your aging parents. I've seen the immense energy you have spent making sure it all happened. All of your sacrifices have paid off and will continue to pay off. What you have accomplished is so impressive, and I am so impressed, and I am so thankful for your care, your energy, your wisdom, your ideas, your endurance, your kindness to me and to each other, for your skills and determination. You will be our leaders in the not too distant future. I am looking forward to it. I know what you can do because I've witnessed it. And I am telling you honestly that I can't wait for it. We will be in great hands, class of 2026. We're going to be in your hands. I love you so much, and thank you so much.
Nice job, Sue. Nice job. All right. So next I have the opportunity to present the Student's Choice Award. Each year, you, our students, vote for the Student's Choice Teacher of the Year, the faculty member that you feel that did an outstanding job of sharing their time and expertise to help you succeed. So before I announce this year's winner, and it's always a surprise, I do have a couple honorable mentions. These weren't the winners, but they are folks that got many votes and had some very nice things said about them from students that I want to share. This person shows true compassion in their leadership. They are dedicated to student success. They are a great mentor. They are a non-instructional faculty member, and LTCC has become a magical place thanks to her and her wonderful companion, Yogi. This was a vote for both Mel and Yogi. There you are, Mel. This next one, again, not the recipient, but a good honorable mention, has a good sense of humor. Students appreciate their teaching style, their grading flexibility, and their general care for students. One student said, "He's the man." Let's give a gold star to Bruce Armbrust. All right, now to our Student Choice Award recipient. Students had the following comments to share about this year's winner. They are passionate, approachable, inspiring, dedicated, ensuring that no student is left behind. They make difficult material understandable and create a positive classroom environment. They appreciate the instructor's encouragement, enthusiasm for the subject matter, and genuine investment in their growth and success. One student endearingly referred to this person as the cat's meow. It is my pleasure to announce the Student's Choice Teacher of the Year recipient, Wynn Walker. Wynn, please join us up on stage. If you're new to the party, this is Wynn's 4th recipient of this award. She's kind of got it on lock. In case. I don't know where you keep all these, Sue. Thank you. Congratulations again to Wynn. Let's cheer her off the stage here. So for those in the back, Wynn shared that this is the greatest honor of her life, and looking to the students, she shared, I love you all. All right, hard to follow Wynn. All right, now we're to our keynote speaker. She is a special guest with a powerful commitment to the Tahoe Basin. She was born and raised here in South Lake Tahoe. You can learn more about Dr. Darcy Goodman Collins in your program, but I will share a few key points. She is currently the CEO of Keep Tahoe Blue, aka the League to Save Lake Tahoe. She's in charge of all aspects of the organization, management, strategy, fundraising, and making sure that the science is leading the way. She earned her doctorate at the Donald Bren School of Environmental Science and Management at the University of California, Santa Barbara. She represents our lake and our basin in Sacramento, Carson City, Washington, D.C., around the nation and across the globe, advocating for this environment that we all come home. She is a great colleague and an even better friend. And because our ceremony is intended to amplify important messages, I am thrilled to welcome Darcy here to talk to you about following your dreams. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Darcy Goodman Collins.
When and what was your first big dream about your future? Take a second to go as far back as you need to find that dream. Mine was at the age of 6 when I dreamed of being a marine biologist. It can't be that surprising that a child born and raised right here in South Lake Tahoe, in fact, just right up the street, surrounded by nature, and spending every summer at the beach or in the lake, fell in love with water and its ecology. And since I had no idea as a 6-year-old what a limnologist was, it's a lake scientist, a marine biologist seemed to be their dream. I was obsessed with the underwater ocean books and movies that were made by my hero, Jacques Cousteau, the inventor of scuba diving and a pioneer in conservation who introduced millions of people to the importance of protecting our oceans and waters. My dream was to meet Jacques and follow in his footsteps. I mapped out a few goals. Goals are really just dreams in bite-sized pieces, because dreams can be intimidating and overwhelming unless you break them down into small chunks. A starting goal, I learned to scuba right here in Tahoe. It was freezing and not much to see, but it was a baby step towards my dream. My curiosity and passion for science and water kept growing as I explored the beautiful environment of this place we all call home. Okay, trigger your memory again. What was another dream that you remember? Maybe it was to make a sports team, or to ask a crush out on a date, or to get a job that you actually enjoyed, and maybe it was a dream of becoming a college graduate. My next dream developed at the age of 16 when I spent 2 summers interning for Keep Tahoe Blue, the organization that focuses on protecting the lake. And yes, we also make stickers. It was then that I learned what a limnologist was. If you don't remember, someone who studies lakes. Through my internship, I also learned that science, which is my favorite topic, could be and should be used to protect the places you love. So my dream evolved from being a marine biologist to being a scientist that protects the marine biology and the lakes. If one of your dreams was to become a college grad, well, a huge congratulations to you, because right here, that big dream has come true. A dream doesn't have to be something extraordinary or unattainable. Maybe your dream is to raise a family and be a meaningful contributor to your community. Or maybe you want to run your own small local business or continue to higher education. Those are all beautiful dreams. Dreams come in all shapes and sizes, but the philosophy of getting there is the same. Incremental goals and progress, 1 scuba class, 1 internship, 1 college degree. But even if you break these dreams down into bite-sized chunks, you will encounter challenges. Maybe you have experienced this in just getting here today. You missed class, your childcare fell through, you didn't get the grade you wanted, you struggled to find a job that would accommodate your class schedule. I certainly experienced roadblocks along the way. In fact, when I was younger, I experienced a literal roadblock. I transferred to a different high school in another community, and my first day at that new school had me very nervous. It was an academically challenging program, and many of the students there came from wealthy families. I arrived already suffering from imposter syndrome. My parents dropped me off. Hi, parents. My parents dropped me off in their worn-out, early generation Subaru wagon and said goodbye. I was ready to head into my new future. But then I heard the sputter of the old wagon yelling to the entire school as my parents were stopped dead, car broken, in the driveway, blocking everyone. I reluctantly and very embarrassingly helped my mother push the wagon down the hill while my dad put it into gear so it could get going again, so they could stop blocking the road and those BMWs and all the Mercedes that were there. My new high school was off to a rocky start, but here's the thing. That embarrassing moment did not define my experience there, nor did it stop me from getting an incredible education. Sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't actually the roadblock itself, but thinking that the roadblock means you should turn around. Feeling uncomfortable through your incremental goals doesn't mean that you're in the wrong place. It usually means that you're growing. After many, many steps in accomplishing incremental goals, I made my way back to this place where it all started. The lake that ingrained in me a love and a passion for this place, and to my lifelong dream of leading an effort to protect it through my role at Keep Tahoe Blue. And you remember, I also wanted to meet my hero, Jacques Cousteau. In a way, that too came true just this last year when I had the privilege of meeting his son, Jean-Michel Cousteau, who has taken over the conservation role of his father. And I got to meet him right here in Tahoe because he spent the entire week with me. We spent that week sharing lessons between our organizations and learning about each other's passions for protecting water. It was inspiring and motivating. Imagine getting to meet the son of your hero. Dreams that start here do come true. Okay, I swear this will be the last time that I ask you to conjure up a dream. This time, picture a dream that you have today, right now, at this moment. A dream about your future. What do you want to be doing in 10 years? What do you want to be doing in 20 years? That big dream of yours starts here, today. You've learned goal setting, you've passed exams and classes, and attained a degree, all tools to get yourself to your dream. It may have seemed impossible to some of you that you would be here today, but this is proof that if you take bite-sized chunks and set incremental goals, you can get to the end of the line. Let's celebrate this not only as a major dream achieved, but also as one step towards your future dreams. Congratulations, class of 2026. You are on your way.
Well, I learned a couple things. The first thing, so Keep Tahoe Blue is not just a sticker company. But no, in all seriousness, we invited Darcy here today to speak to you because she was a young woman with a dream, and she's now living her dream. And we want that, and we know that's possible for all of you. So keep dreaming. Believe in yourself. All right, now to our final speaker before we get to the main event of handing out diplomas. I'd like to introduce our board president, Tony Sears. Tony was elected to the board in 2018. He's been on the board for 8 years. Before then, he was involved in our foundation. He was actually a student taking some courses, kind of lifelong learning courses on our campus. Before focusing his service to higher education, he actually dedicated more than 3 decades to public service in the justice system. He retired in 2021 after 31 years, finishing as the Deputy District Attorney for El Dorado County's District Attorney Office here in South Lake Tahoe. Throughout his years as a prosecutor, he was widely recognized as fair, balanced, and deeply committed advocate for local safety and justice. He brings those same noble qualities and expertise in his role on the Board of Trustees. I'm proud to call Tony a colleague and a friend. Please join me in welcoming Board President Tony Sears to the podium.
Wow. So before I start, normally it's like 3,000 degrees up here in the sun with the black carpet and everything. I know you're all chilly. I'm great. This is working. Good evening, graduates, families, faculty, staff, fellow trustees, distinguished guests, and friends of Lake Tahoe Community College. Most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2026. Tonight is a celebration of achievement, perseverance, and possibility. Every graduate sitting before us has traveled a unique path to this moment. Some of you came directly from high school. Some balanced classes with full-time jobs, or raised families while earning your degree. Some overcame obstacles that few people in this audience are ever going to know about. But here we are. Here you are. You've earned the right to celebrate this accomplishment, and all of us gathered here salute you. We are proud of you. And what a remarkable place to celebrate. We gather in one of the most beautiful places in the world. We live among mountains that remind us how high we can climb. We live beside a lake whose clarity reminds us of the importance of seeing things clearly and honestly. We experience winters that teach resilience and springs that remind us that after challenge, renewal comes. The Tahoe Basin has a way of shaping people. It teaches us stewardship. It teaches us community. It teaches us that we all are connected to something larger than ourselves. Those values are reflected here at Lake Tahoe Community College. For more than 50 years, this institution has been the educational heart of the South Shore. It has opened doors for first-generation students, working adults, veterans, parents, recent high school graduates, those involved in the justice system, and lifelong learners. It's created opportunity not only for individuals, but for entire families. As chair of the Board of Trustees, I have the privilege of watching this institution grow and evolve. So tonight, I would also like to recognize someone whose vision and leadership have helped make that growth possible. As mentioned earlier, this commencement marks the final graduation ceremony for our outgoing superintendent president, my friend, Jeff DeFranco. Over the past decade, Jeff has transformed Lake Tahoe Community College in ways that will benefit students for generations to come. Under his leadership, we expanded child care services so that student parents could pursue their educational goals. We created the college's first on-campus student housing and food service program, making higher education more accessible to students from throughout the region. We modernized and revitalized our campus. We built a university center that allows students to pursue advanced degrees without leaving the community they love. And just recently, we broke ground on a public safety training complex that will help prepare the next generation of first responders who will serve and protect our communities. Those accomplishments are measured in buildings, programs, and infrastructure, but their value is measured in lives changed. Every student who found safe housing, every parent who found childcare, every graduate who discovered a new career path, and every family whose future was improved because of opportunities created here is part of Jeff's legacy. Jeff, on behalf of the Board of Trustees in this community, thank you for your leadership, your vision, your unwavering belief in the students of Lake Tahoe Community College. And in recognition of your contributions, the board was privileged to grant you the status of President Emeritus. But let's get back to you guys, because really that's why we're here, right? Graduates, today you join a long line of LTC alumni who have gone on to become teachers, nurses, business owners, public servants. I can't read the whole list, it's too long. Graduates do everything. Some of you are going to leave Tahoe, but some of you will stay. But wherever life takes you, this community will always be part of your story. As I thought about what message or messages I wanted to leave you with tonight, I found myself reflecting on 3 songs that have meant a great deal to me over the years. Music has power, right? The first song that I wanted to mention is Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. Title alone contains wisdom worth carrying through life. No matter where your journey takes you, no matter what success you achieve, stay grounded. The mountains that surround us offer a useful reminder. The highest peaks stand where they are because they're anchored by a strong foundation. And the same is true for people. Character matters more than credentials. Integrity matters more than status. There used to be a poster up in the band room at the high school and said, integrity matters. If you have it, nothing else matters. If you don't have it, nothing else matters. And humility and kindness matter more than any title you're ever going to hold. Second song I want to mention is I Believe in You by Don Williams. The title suggests this, right? One of the greatest gifts we can offer one another is our belief in someone else's potential. Every graduate here can likely identify someone who believed in them before they believed in themselves. As mentioned earlier, a grandparent, a parent, a spouse, a partner, a sibling, a friend, professor, counselor, coach, or a mentor. This college is built on that same principle. Every single day, our outstanding faculty and staff invest their time and energy because they believe in the students. They see the potential, the possibilities. They see futures waiting to unfold. Tonight, I want you to know that the Board of Trustees believes in you too. We believe in your capacity to lead, to innovate, to solve problems, and to strengthen the communities you live in and touch. The final song I wanted to mention is Point of Light by Randy Travis. Its message is that one person can make a difference. One volunteer, one mentor, neighbor, a single act of kindness, one moment of courage. Darkness can't stand in the face of a single candle. Here in Tahoe, we understand that principle well. We see it every time community members come together after a storm or a wildfire during COVID. We see it when volunteers protect our environment, when neighbors help neighbors. We see it when people set differences aside and work together for the good of the community. One point of light becomes many, and together they light the community. Sadly, we live at a time when that spirit sometimes feels like it's in short supply. Every day we get exposed to anger, division, and hostility. Too often disagreement becomes disrespect. Too often people speak past one another rather than listening. Too often we forget that the person on the other side of an argument is still a fellow human being deserving of dignity and respect. You all have the opportunity to help change that. Our nation doesn't need more shouting. It needs more listening. It doesn't need more contempt. It needs more understanding. It doesn't need people focused on winning arguments. It needs people focused on solving problems. So I challenge each and every one of you, become an ambassador for civility, for common courtesy. Treat people with dignity, especially when you disagree with them. Listen before judging, seek understanding before criticism, and lead with empathy. Extend grace when it would be easier to respond in anger. The values that make a mountain community strong can help make a nation stronger. Respect, cooperation, responsibility, stewardship, and concern for each other. Those values aren't old-fashioned, they're timeless. And they're needed now more than ever. Graduates, your education has given you knowledge and skills. I hope it's also given you something equally important, the ability to think critically, act ethically, and care deeply about the people around you. As you move forward from LTCC, remember the lessons of this place. Like the lake, strive for clarity. Like the mountains, stand firm in your principles. Like this community, look for ways to serve something greater than yourself. I'm almost done, I promise. But before I close, I want to return for just a moment to President DeFranco's extraordinary tenure. Earlier, I spoke about programs and buildings, but Jeff's greatest accomplishment... Okay, I'm almost done. Jeff's greatest accomplishment is not the buildings or the programs or the milestones we celebrate today. His greatest accomplishment is, in fact, you. The students whose lives have been changed because he believed this college could become even more than it was when he got here. And tonight, as you cross this stage, you become part of his legacy. So in closing, be humble and kind, believe in others, be a point of light. If you do those things, your success will be measured not only by what you accomplish, but by the lives you touch, the communities you strengthen, and the examples that you set for others. May your future be bright, your purpose clear, your roots remain strong, and may the spirit of Tahoe travel with you wherever life leads. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations, class of 2026.
All right, actually, Tony, we're going to need you back up here. It's time to recognize our students receiving associate degrees and certificates. Also, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Rachel Bates, will you come to the podium for the conferral of degrees, along with our Board President, Tony Sears. Dr. Michelle Batista, if you want to get in position. All right, Dr. Bates, it's yours.
Thank you. Today we honor not only those students receiving their Associates in Arts or Associates in Science degrees, but also those who have earned certificates of achievement and foundational skills certificates in the class of 2026. The names of these students are listed in your program along with their prescribed study. We congratulate each of them. Let us now join together in recognizing their accomplishments. Trustee Sears, I'm pleased to present for your acceptance the class of 2026 and to certify they have fulfilled the requirements for the Associate of Science degrees or certificates as established by the statutes of the state of California, the regulations of the Board of Governors of the California Community Colleges, and the Board of Trustees of Lake Tahoe Community College.
Hang on. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Lake Tahoe Community College, acting under the authority granted by the Education Code of the State of California, and upon certification by the Vice President of the College that all requirements have been met, I confer upon each of you the degree of Associates of Arts or Science, or Certificate of Achievement, or Foundational Skills Certificate, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
The names of the graduates are listed in your program and included those that were unable to attend tonight's ceremony. Would the graduates who are present please come forward as directed to receive your diploma?
All right, so here's what's going to happen. This is the main event. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Remember, friends and family, the photographers, you see all the cameras around. They're going to get those professional photographs. Students, you are going to come one row at a time as directed by our ceremonial marshals. I want to actually acknowledge them. Tracy Thomas and Dr. Larry Green, both in their 30th year, have been at this for a while. Honored to have them here. They will give you direction. You're going to come up here and hand your card to Dr. Batista, and she or our helpful computer will be reading your name. So more on that. But with that said, and also trustee Sears will be handing you diplomas, and then you'll come over right around here, and we're going to go ahead and get a picture of me holding your diploma with you, and then head on off the stage. And then you see the other photographer, you get another photo over there. So take your time. Hey, you get to do it once, make it your moment. Bring a lot of flair, have fun, give the high fives and the hugs. Let's have a party, huh? What do you say? Sun come out? All right, Larry, Tracy, the floor is yours.
Jacob Johnson.
Awesome. Hold on.
Alec Franklin. Riley Louise Underkoffler. Yona Abiko. Sophia Allen.
Lola Cochran.
Yusuf Demir. Stacy Maria Grajeda. Jasmine Bogren Diaz.
Alexa Galicia Llamas. Vanessa Galicia Llamas.
Gunit Kaur,
Victor Destournay,
Maria Viva Sandoval, Carla Judith Perez Rodriguez, Galen Ann Murdaco, DC Nelson,
Deva Hilton,
Gary Graham, Cristina Rodriguez Castillo, Braulio Garcia,
Stephanie Zepeda Cordero.
Brooke Wellbrock, Jonathan Bender, Preston Smith, Levi Hernandez, Lindsay Ritchie,
Eric Owens.
Kira Moore,
Savannah Greninger,
Fatima Garcia.
Dea Steinmetz.
Lily Phillips. Michael Reekin. Tobin Hood. Lars Ferrier. Atticus Judd. Erica Bradley. Cassandra Orizaba.
Marissa Mars Orizaba.
Vivani Estrada. Fatima Vasquez Rios. Tia Hanks. Ketsa Alvarez Garcia.
Guadalupe Chavez Brambila.
Isabel Martinez. Joanna Huerta Gonzalez.
Rebecca Del Rio Gonzalez.
Carmina Galicia Perez. Nicole Huerta Casillas. Ana Arce Castro. Wendy Topede. Nathan Raymond Ludwig.
Shari Chavez Cabrera.
Grecia Chavez Cabrera. Rayana Lopez. Kate Alessandra Estrada Lopez. Magali Platero. Hadley Lulani Gonzalez. Natalie Beltran.
Yanisa Agbigay.
Iona Mae Mata. Mariana Jacosalem. Jennifer Espuria.
Michelle Celeste Stedham.
Jesse Golding. Angel Marquez. Jaden Chagoya. Geo Dunn. Vicente Morales. Vin Weems.
Friend Paula. Isabela Valdez Molina.
Ryan Spinola. Bella Munson. Ariana Guillen.
Mary Rose Anches.
Itzel Olmos. Sidlali Rodriguez Perez. Victoria Capilla. Naheli Ramirez Zapata. Brian West. Zoe Baligad. Johanna Relas. Andrea Nicole Domingo. Beta Damian Jarvis.
Tara Chapman Frank. Leanna Limos.
Tommy Jimenez. Kayla Juliana Gomez. Nathaniel Moises Dimitri Jerez. Diana Julieta Tapia.
Elena Torres.
Justin Spencer. Claudia Lopez.
Agustin Guitron Verdin.
Osmar Regalado Espino. Joshua A. Sotelo Ayala. Carson Dennis. Alexander Avina. Zach Jenkins. Kayla Ka'ai. Blair Benz. Jasmine Guadalupe Lopez. Kirsten Klebenstein.
Natalia Ubias.
Kiara Vasquez Valdez. Eva Moyer Peary. Jaden Bruns.
Imanol Luquin Ramirez.
Eric Zavala.
Austin Cowan.
Edgar Ambrose.
Correa. Cipriano Franco.
Jesus Velasquez Flores. Eder Misael Velasquez Ramos. Angel Efren Velasquez Ramos.
Taylor Taveras. Oswaldo Marroquin.
Ignacio Loza. Omar Manzano. Beck Ward. Alfonso Sanchez. Diego Alessandro Villaseca. Zane Saley. Lionel Hernandez. Brett Alexander Hardesty. Jacob De Leon. Kevin Vasquez. Derek Resendez. Kelly Fisher. Madison Vigoletti. Holly Daniels. Jade Lee Burrows. Carly Poole Boring. Chloe Beardsley.
Jay Ravizay. Tommy Jordan.
Sarah Peck. Shelby Jane Rugg.
M. Dumond.
Ava Downs.
Paula Novachenko.
Jocelyn Reyes. Julie Threewitt. Jenna Cooper Veach. Olivia McGee.
Luna Melgarejo Paredes. Elisa Jacqueline Aguilar.
Lil Ron Jones.
Crystal Julia Bennett.
Ron Hill.
Jackson Colvey. Guillermo Estrada Jr., Jonathan Gardner, Sierra Cartier, Charles Taylor,
Neela Brady.
Patricia Viehorek, Ashley Peterson, Shayla Osborne,
Ann Weatherford.
William Horgan,
Danica Yesbeck,
Steele Wetterer, Cameron Baker,
Dayanara Ramos,
Darlene Miniere, Niza Barden, Mariana Galicia Perez,
Amy Rodriguez Salcedo,
Rebecca Valdivia Guzman,
Itzel Jimenez Peredo.
Kimberly Becerra. Griffin Hobson.
Eon Stewart.
Philip Peterson Jr.
Roy Dominguez. Samuel Torres. Jaden Hunter Queering. Brandon Stewart. Brent Harding.
Ricardo Romo Jr.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Eileen Devon. Yamaleth Gomez. Terrence Laren McCullough Sr. Jonathan Finley.
Delos Moore.
Aubrey Green,
Sandra Paz.
Camber Klopfenstein.
Eliud M. Rios, Isabella Summers, Madeline Woodrow, Adan Aguilar, Tyler Brainerd,
Sophia Iris Chanurl.
Zachary Norman, Axel Ferrier, Preston Rancor, Joshua Miller,
Talia Toffanelli.
Tyrus Tofanelli, Tyler Rowe, Valerie Gonzalez,
Sofia Lisette Marroquin.
Hudson Connors.
Job, Dr. Batista, holding down the fort over there. Tony, Rachel, the rest of the team. All right, so as the graduates came through, I would ask them how they were feeling. And I got comments like, I'm nervous. Many said they were relieved. But the most common answer was freezing. I'm freezing in this gown. So Tahoe has definitely given us one more challenge here. We got a couple students who are wrapping up their photos. But we're going to start transitioning here shortly to our final speaker of the evening. I'm going to introduce him and talk about him a little bit while we get our final students over. Our final student is Hudson Connors. And based on the sounds of the cheers when he came up here and got his diploma, I don't know that Hudson needs much of an introduction. But I will give him one anyways. As you know, Hudson's been the student trustee for the 2025-2026 academic year. I've had the pleasure of knowing Hudson during his entire tenure at LTCC. Hudson is a true LTCC trailblazer. He was part of LTCC's inaugural cross-country team, who are affectionately nicknamed the Trailblazers. He lived in LTCC's student housing, both off campus for 2 years and on campus for 1, during all 3 years when he was enrolled in his classes. He served his fellow Coyotes as a resident advisor in housing, and get this, he was one of the first, if not the first student to sleep in our new on-campus student housing, really keeping that trailblazer reputation going. Hudson has represented LTCC students not only in cross-country and track, not only at housing, but also in local board meetings and across the state. He's advocated for on-campus student housing for other community colleges and told our story across the state. Hudson, over these 3 years, it's been a great honor to watch you grow and evolve during your time at LTCC. I speak on behalf of this entire campus of how proud we are to have you as a student here. Please join me in welcoming Hudson to the podium.
All right, I will try to make this quick. Hello and welcome to my fellow peers, guests, friends, and family. My name is Hudson Connors, and I am the Lake Tahoe Community College student trustee for the 2025-2026 academic year. Without this becoming too cliche, I would like to take a moment to recognize those who've supported me up to this point. I would like to thank my family who have supported me up to this point. I would like to thank my family for being in my corner throughout this process and supporting my success here at the college. I'm grateful for the many mentors I've had on campus, including, but certainly not limited to, Lisa Schaefer, Connor Wells, and the entirety of the fiscal department. And finally, I would also like to recognize my friends, my fellow students, and the institution of Lake Tahoe Community College, including the staff, faculty, administration, and board of trustees. Without all of these groups, I would not be before you today delivering this speech. With graduation speech formalities and well-deserved thank yous out of the way, I assure you that I will try to keep the rest of the speech concise. But first, congratulations to you, my fellow students. Today is our day of recognition, and many of our dreams are either realized or that much closer to becoming reality. Aspirations that I had a year ago, being student trustee, graduating, and moving on to the next step for my education have now been completed. But the goals we had set out for us did not happen without the dutiful work of late nights, working past moments of indifference, and showing up when it was exactly what we did not want to do. Now, when workshopping this speech, the thought of what helped me be successful in those hard moments kept boiling down to what I believe to be an important component to anyone's success: consistency. And within the realm of competitive running and the greater world of sports, consistency is king. Consistency is not only the philosophy of showing up daily, but showing up happy, sad, passive, and indifferent. Everything in between those. But this idea does not stop at the world of sports. Throughout the short amount of life I have lived, I have learned that consistency is a trait that can be taken anywhere. Being a consistent individual can be the bridge that leads you to your aspirations and can open doors to all that you desire. But it takes tenacity to keep with it. For example, wanting to improve in track and cross country meant sometimes waking up for a 5 a.m. practice. And wanting to be a proper representative of my peers meant going to board meetings that were sometimes 3.5 hours long. Did I always want to do these things? Absolutely not. But showing up regardless allowed me to refine myself as an advocate and an athlete. For it is easy to conjure these dreams, but the work to get there will always be hard. The key to reaching those big dreams is to keep showing up for yourself on a consistent basis. Even small efforts can bring you closer to your objectives. If you devote 10 minutes a day to your goals, that will have been 61 hours of dedicated time over the course of a year. If you were to get 1% better each day for a year, you would end up with results that are 37 times better than when you started. So whether through big strides or small inches forward, consistent energy will bring you closer to where you want to be. And as I look at the sea of students in front of me, I know many of you understand this reality. You have kept showing up for yourself and putting consistent effort into getting to the place where you are now. So, congratulations to my fellow graduates. I know all of you will continue to be successful as you move on to the next step in your dream. And now, we're finally here, guys. It is my distinct honor to lead our collective transition into this next chapter. Class of 2026, you may now move your tassel from right to left, officially marking your graduation.
All right, LTCC, family, friends, faculty, staff, everyone here that has joined us, I present to you the Lake Tahoe Community College class of 2026. Let's hear it for them. All right, LTCC graduates, your dreams are within reach. Your future is full of opportunity, purpose, and promise. You did it. It's cold. We're going to call it. Thank you, everyone.